Is EURUSD finally ready to push down lower? Let's find out. Good morning, guys. Fabio here. Welcome back to another daily market update where we discuss the major dollar pairs and, of course, gold. EURUSD is currently in a bearish daily order flow where we have the buy up, strong sell down, we retrace back in, and again we sell off in towards the downside. Now, again, this buy up for the strong sell down is currently acting as an area of supply. If we refer into this single buy candle over here, you can see that the market has tapped in towards that zone twice already and kept on pushing in towards the downside. Now, I'm still looking for this overall daily area of supply to continue to push the market down lower, and as long as this high here is respected, so this black line, the market should continue pushing down lower. So still anticipating on potential shorts down lower, and I will be keeping my eyes open for them. Looking here at the 4-hour time frame, we can see that the market has been consolidating overall this morning. This is pretty much your area of supply that is in control. Yesterday on the 1-hour time frame, what I was explaining to you guys is that we had this as our 1-hour area of supply. We didn't see any liquidity in the overall push down. Then what happened is that the initial reaction down here engineered liquidity above these two highs. We took out the highs, and then US positive data came out yesterday in regards to services PMI, which is literally just a survey which monitors the services industry in the United States. Positive data came out, and then we saw the market push down lower. So last night again on Asia Open, another push in towards the downside, but then since then we have been reversing back in towards the highs. Now this might just be a liquidity grab over here, and I'll be looking for us to fuel another leg down. I'm currently just going to be looking and monitoring the 1-hour fractal low, which is the low of that bearish candle over here. And once that low were to break, then I'll be happy to look to gain in on a short position once again. So looking for something like this, otherwise just let it rally up higher, and we could still take out some descending highs here. Obviously still a lot of descending highs are resting, but if we do see a reaction to, for example, this buy before the sell here, and we see a reaction in the form of a bearish market structure shift, which is literally a low break of the bearish candle here, then I'll be looking at this area of supply to then continue pushing the market down lower. Okay, otherwise if we do not break that low, then just look for it to continue up higher. But personally I'll be staying out, as my favor goes out to potential EURUSD shorts, as the daily order flow, as I already explained, is still bearish. Okay, so as long as this black line here holds on the daily time frame, I am still only interested in shorts. So that's what I have for EURUSD. Pretty much nothing much else for the rest. Weekly time frame, still looking for it to retrace a bit lower in towards at least these two wicks over here, which I see as an area of demand. So looking for a retracement on EURUSD into around 1.11500. Then going into the dollar index, the dollar index itself is still very, very slow. We have seen 2 days of some downside rejection over here, and I'm just looking for this to reverse up higher. Maybe we'll take out some more lows first before seeing any rejection up higher or any continuation up higher. But as long, again, as on EURUSD, but then inverse, as long as this low here holds, I am only interested in potential further upside. Once that low goes, then we'll have an area of supply in the form of this buy before the sell over here, and then we can start looking at shorts again. However, until then, I'm only interested in that further upside. So then if I go into towards the 4-hour time frame, what I can see here is that the 4 hours just consolidating and moving very slowly. Overall, we have two equal lows here, so we might take out those first before seeing any further upside. But for the same reason, we could also just start rallying up higher, obviously. But I'll be keeping an eye open for any potential reversal patterns or signs of that further upside continuation. So that's what I have for the dollar index. Overall, still here on the daily time frame, looking good for some upside continuation. From a weekly perspective as well, I'm just simply looking for this overall market to push up higher after grabbing liquidity underneath the overall range low. Obviously, here we had a big phase of accumulation. We swept the overall lows, saw some rejection candles in towards the downside. I'm now looking for the dollar to continue pushing up higher in towards those two wicks. Moving on into AUDUSD. AUDUSD itself is very, very slow at the moment. I'm personally not a big fan of this pair. On the daily time frame, what has happened is pretty much what I highlighted yesterday, where we have now retraced back in towards this overall sell before the buy, or this area of demand, looking for further upside from that demand zone in towards the highs, and in towards more specifically this liquidity high over here. That is what I have as a target for Aussie dollar. So now you can go in towards the lower time frame and look to capitalize on that overall bullish momentum. For now, we can see that this imbalance over here on the 4-hour time frame is in control. Go to the 1 hour time frame, and then over there you could potentially identify some long positions. Look at the 15-minute time frame, and again what you would want to see is a shift in the internal market structure. So what we can see here is a push down, a retracement, a push down, a retracement, and now obviously what you want to see is a break of structure of pretty much this over here. If that were to break on Aussie dollar, then I would be interested in taking some potential longs. Until then, keep an eye out. But overall, yeah, 4 hour demand is in control, daily demand is in control. So longs are the only thing on the table for Aussie dollar, in my personal opinion, until at least this liquidity high over here. Looking here at the weekly time frame as well, still looking pretty bullish. No fresh areas of supply, so I'm just looking for longs only. Moving on into GBPUSD. GBPUSD is pushing up higher as of this morning, very similar to euro dollar. Overall, what I'm looking for on this pair is again still further downside for it to come. A lot of ascending lows here, and looking for those ascending lows to get taken out. Going to the 4 hour time frame, we can see that the pound against the dollar is currently consolidating. Reason being is because on Wednesday we have the dollar interest rate decisions, and if I'm not mistaken, either on Thursday or on Friday we have the pound interest rate decisions. So this is currently the reason why GBPUSD is stalling, and I just checked, the pound interest rate decisions are on Thursday, and additionally we also have the Bank of England governor speaking as well on Friday, which should also cause a lot of volatility. But overall, what this speech and what these numbers should do is push GBPUSD down lower. But obviously, it's now consolidating in anticipation of these two very large news events. Hence, why we've not really seen any movements as of yet on the pound against the dollar. Overall, there's not really anything to say here from the 1 hour or the 4 hour. Obviously, that we're just consolidating. So all you can pretty much do is just stick to the extremes, and when you're at the extreme of the range, so we turn on the range trading tool, then what you want to be doing is you want to pretty much be selling from the 75% level, and you want to be buying from the 25% level. So you can see that's been playing out pretty well. So I would be looking for some shorts again this morning here on GBPUSD, and overall I am still looking for shorts after grabbing the liquidity above this overall weekly swing high over here. So that's what I have for GBPUSD. Going into NZDUSD, NZDUSD is pushing up higher again, pretty much as expected. You guys remember what I said about the fractal structure, where and this was in yesterday's video, by the way, where we saw a overall shift, if I am not mistaken. But overall, NZDUSD still very, very bullish. NZD itself is very bullish. Here on the 4 hour time frame, I am just simply looking at, okay, we have this descending corrective price action, pretty much broken out of it. For now, what we've had here is this imbalance over here, push the market up higher again. So overall, the demand flow is in control. We can see push up, sell down, push up, sell down, push up, sell down. And now we're just looking for the next push up. And I would continue to look for those longs here on NZDUSD. Again, we can see the overall sub for the buy here remaining in control and pushing the market up higher. So for NZDUSD, it makes sense to push up higher and eventually take out all of these descending highs that we have over here. For the rest, no real need to go into the technicals on this. There's no fresh areas of supply here to our left, so it still has a lot of room to push up higher in my personal opinion. Going into dollar yen, still looking for further longs on this. Personally in longs myself, as I mentioned yesterday, I was looking for longs. However, we can see no bullish confirmation. So what I'm now looking for is, again, the overall fractal structure shift. So what is currently the high that we need to break? We currently need to break this high over here. So once that high were to break, then I'll be looking for potential longs on the demand zone that is then created. Going into dollar Swiss, I'm also in long positions on that, but we can see that is as slow as it gets. Overall, the Swiss franc is and should be more bearish in my opinion, due to several reasons, but one of the main ones is that inflation drops to zero, and the Swiss National Bank should even cut rates even more, is what is being expected. And in the dollar region, the interest rates are expected to remain the same. At least bond traders are betting on the fact that the interest rates will stay the same in the dollar region, and higher interest rates in the dollar zone should attract capital, which is then borrowed in Switzerland, causing a stronger dollar against the Swiss franc. So looking for further upside on this still. And then last of all, we have gold. And gold has been moving up higher. and taking out all of the highs. So yesterday I mentioned I was looking at some potential for the downside, but remember we also had these descending highs over here. And if we look at the 1 hour time frame yesterday, you can see that we never got the bearish confirmation. So I was looking for this 1 hour low here to get broken. We never broke it, and therefore we just continued up higher. And as I said, if we come to like a double fractal break yesterday, then we could potentially get into some more longs to take out all of these descending highs. And now you can see you've taken out all of the highs, and as soon as you take out kind of like the highest high over here, you see the strongest bearish reaction. So I wouldn't personally be looking at too many longs yet. I would more be interested in looking to trade a potential pullback in the near future. Maybe see somewhat of a double top here, break the fractal low again, and then look for some corrections, taking out liquidity once again. So that's kind of like what I'm doing with gold, waiting for that to happen. But overall, good and well anticipated on the fact that this demand zone would push the market up higher. And as we can see, we've pushed up higher. And yeah, yesterday's double fractal break kind of like confirmed that. So some nice price action on gold, and yeah, looking for some shorts maybe in the near term, yeah, for this. So thanks so much, guys. This afternoon we're going live on YouTube, so make sure to be there as well. Wish you all a fantastic trading day. If you have any questions, let me know in the comment section down below. Make sure to join Discord. Link is in the description of this video, and I'll see you there.